Just because someone mocked his long fingernails, the old man picked up an angle grinder and used it to trim his toenails. When neighbors complained about his overgrown weeds, he actually set his lawn on fire. That evening, the old man rode out on an Indian motorcycle. He started the engine, but the thunderous noise woke up all the neighbors. Because the elderly have a dream, he wanted to become the world's fastest motorcyclist. That day, old man entered a motorcycle race. As the whistle blew, all the other motorcycles sped away, but the old man was still stuck at the starting line. He had to ask his friends for help. With their pushing and shoving, his Indian motorcycle finally started successfully. To everyone's amazement, the old man instantly overtook all the riders, leaving them in his dust. However, just as he was riding into a curve, an accident happened. His Indian motorcycle unexpectedly crashed. The old man was then passed by others and lost the race. Even worse, he was rushed to the hospital by ambulance. The doctor told him he had heart disease and would need to rely on medication for the rest of his life. To fulfill his dream in his remaining years, the old man mortgaged his house to pay for travel expenses. He then traveled to Salt Lake City and signed up for a motorcycle speed race. But when the staff inspected his motorcycle, they were stunned. The gas cap was actually made of wood cork. The motorcycle had no brakes and could only be stopped by using the old man's face, and it needed to be pushed to start. But the old man didn't back down. As the race was about to begin, the old man took out 2 quick-acting heart pills, one for himself and one for his old buddy. Then, with the staff's help, the motorcycle wobbled off to the start. At the first timing point, his speed reached 150 miles per hour, and the crowd cheered for him. The old man's passion for motorcycles won everyone's respect. At the 6th timing point, his speed reached 200 miles per hour. As his speed increased, the high temperature from the exhaust pipe caused the old man's legs to start smoking, but he endured the pain and kept pushing forward. Because of the extreme speed, his motorcycle shook violently. To stabilize the bike, the old man had to lift his head, and his goggles were blown right off. He couldn't open his eyes, but the old man continued to accelerate. He broke the Guinness World Record, and everyone was shocked. Since the motorcycle had no brakes, the old man couldn't stop. Then the motorcycle flipped over, slid for 50 meters, and finally came to a halt. The old man discovered that his calf was burned, but he was happy because he had finally achieved his dream. This is a true story. So, do you know what his motorcycle's final speed was?